Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So you may be wondering the question. You may have the question in your head. What does the media do now, right? What does the sci-fi shill media do now? It seems so funny that we live in a world there is a sci-fi shill media, but yes, there is a sci-fi shill media. What do they do now? What does that mean? Because they spent the last few years working as the propaganda arm for the insanely failed and failing Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall era. If you're somebody who liked it, God bless you. I'm happy for you. I'm jealous of you. I am genuinely happy for you. I don't understand how anybody liked that amateur hour garbage, I think is what I would call it if I was being charitable, right? Just absolutely. And it wasn't just that it was a bad show. It was that it was bad. It was bad for fandom, man. These toxic kids arrived, and anybody who didn't agree with them that Jodie Whittaker was the best as ever was a Nazi, and they would call you a Nazi, right? In groups, they would get in a group. There was this group that, when you say it, it sounds insane, right? But it sounds absolutely insane. But this really happened. There was a group of these crazy Jodie Whittaker fans who I don't even think liked the show that much, that formed a Twitter group called Not My Doctor that would just spend their time monitoring other people's Twitter feeds for saying, "Oh, I thought there was this plot hole wasn't very I didn't understand how you could let that go." Nazi! Right? Like that, how their whole life revolved. It was insane. And I think it's over. Even though the first thing the media's doing is writing more articles about Jodie Whittaker going, "Oh, wasn't she stunning? Wasn't she Brett?" But they really can't get away with doing it that much, right? Then they wrote a bunch of articles saying, "Oh, Jodie Whittaker was so badly shown by Chris Chibnall and Joe Martin, the first female Doctor Who of colour. Oh, she broke the glass ceiling above the glass ceiling. Oh my God, broke chains and the glass ceiling." There's a lot of things breaking, right? What they did break is Dr. Bloody Who. So they did that for a bit, and now they're just settling back to go, "Oh, wasn't it great? But really, they don't have much. They need to keep moving forward. So now what they're moving on to instead is coming up with the most dumb ideas humanly possible for things that could be spin-offs on the Disney Plus Doctor Who channel, which I think they're going to have on iPlayer as well, right? I think the move to put Sarah Jane Adventures on iPlayer is the start of setting up a Doctor Who hub on iPlayer. What else is going to be on there, right? I honestly, I hope all classic, all modern, Torchwood, everything, right? I hope everything. That would be awesome. Awesome. I'll be very, very, very happy about that. Wouldn't that be? You know what I'm not happy about? Okay, parenthetically, really pissed me off. Trying to get bloody tinsel. Tinsel? At Christmas? Are you crazy? During the great tinsel shortage of 2022, I don't bloody know. No, it's more that my wife's American, right? My wife's American. And Americans cannot, for the life of them, right? They cannot understand there are differing cultures. There's similar and differing cultures in the world that are as valid or maybe more valid than Americans, right? So I think Christmas is a very... again, I'm not taking this away from Christians being the birth of Christ, obviously, but I think in England, Christmas is a general holiday, a secular holiday, one that Muslims and Jews observe because it's fun and it's nice, right? And it's nothing to do with Christianity whatsoever, right? It's just, we have mince pies and it's fun and we're nice to each other, right? That's basically all it is, right? That's all it bloody is. But my wife, she just can't get her head around it. Like, no, you're worshipping Jesus. I'm right, I'm really not, right? I'm really not. I'm just, which again, shouldn't be a problem for most people, but I'm super Jewy. You know, I live in Samaria. I'm not, I'm just like Christmas, mate. I understand. So, my kids are all resistant to help me in any way. Get any bloody tinsel? You can't get I'm not even going to look. No. What's that store that says Tinsel or Us? No, I'm not going to go inside. It's all empty. It looks full. No, we're not going to get this. So here's where I am right now, right? I am going to get coloured paper. I can get coloured paper. Maybe even get shiny coloured paper. I'm going to make paper chains, right? And daubed my office with it appropriately. Normally I don't put the decorations up for another week or so. We just got a bit of a pre-decoration going on here, but tell you, trying to get tinsel. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare during the great tinsel shortage of 2022. Fine. With that said, can you like, share, and subscribe? That'll be good. Maybe if enough of you like, share, and subscribe, the fairies will bring me tinsel. Would that be nice? Yeah, they would grant me a tinsely wish. I would like that, but I don't think it's going to happen. But give it a go. Like, share, subscribe. I like you doing all those things. That'd be nice. It's Christmassy. That's another reason. I did, for the life of me, I don't understand anybody who doesn't like Christmas. I like, what is it? It's like not liking a blowjob, right? What is it you don't like exactly? This thing actually is pretty darn good. I don't know. Not liking chocolate. I don't understand. What do you dislike about being very, very nice and having nice food and things being happy? What do you like? What is it that bothers you about that? I don't understand, but there's a ton of people out there. Man, Nick Briggs hates Christmas. Nick Briggs super hates Christmas. I don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. But yeah, well, what can you do? Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fan-freaking-tastic. They're awfully good. Thank you very much. Sign up to my Substack, my email newsletter, that you may keep abreast. I said breast. Of my. I can't believe I just said that. That actually makes me laugh. That would see, none of this is scripted. Keep abreast of my current affairs. All the videos I put out a lot of videos every day. You want to know where to find them? You can find them on my Substack, and I also put more goodies in whenever I can remember. Which I'm not great at, okay? I'm not great at. I do really try and make a point of putting an out-print Virgin book or a BBC book, Doctor Who book out on Fridays, right? But I'm trying to get better. What can I tell you? We're all trying to get better. That is the point of life, I would say. Fine, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are good. What is not good? What is not good? The mainstream media. Doink, let's have a look at this article. And again, really, did you learn nothing from the total failure of the Jodie Whittaker years? No, not a thing. Did not learn a thing, and not interested to learn a thing, quite frankly. Okay then, well that sounds fine. 10 Doctor Who spin-off fans want to see on Disney Plus. No, they don't. Oh, God, and I don't know, maybe, listen, I'm all up for fan suggestions, but really I'm much more into the creatives having a free hand and doing stuff that the fans would probably enjoy, rather than being dictated to by the fans, which I think is probably a bad idea. Anyway, 10 spin-off, they missed that word. 10 dumb Doctor Who spin-offs fans want to see on Disney Plus. After the recent announcement, this is from CBR, of course, which is, oh yes, the most mainstream media, right? After the recent announcement that Doctor Who will be available on Disney Plus, fans are excited to see the Whoniverse fleshed out in spin-offs. Well, that's not quite what happened. Just Rossley Davis said, I want to see a Doctor Who universe, and it looks like they're heading in that direction. Doctor Who looks set for a new lease of life. What, after you destroyed it with Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall? Oh, we're not allowed to mention that, right? We're not allowed to mention that. With showrunner Rossley Davis returning. Why did he have to come back? Oh, just because he has some good ideas. It wasn't very necessary to save the brand, was it? Doctor Who seems to be reinventing its look. Well, it seems to be going back to what its look always was. Its cast, getting rid of all the people who are completely miscast and really can't act very well. And its budget. The budget was always fine, but it's always nice to have more. Recently, it was announced that Disney Plus will be involved in Doctor Who distribution, even contributing to its budget. Okay. Fans are excited. Whoa! Actually, I am. That's true. I'll be pretty excited. Not just at the prospect of better effects. Couldn't care less about the better special effects, right? Could not care less. But also the idea of a bigger shared universe. Well, I don't know. It depends if it's good, right? Doctor Who used to share a lot of DNA with spin-offs like... she used to share a lot of DNA with its spin-offs like Torchwood and Sarah Jane Adventures. Yeah, that was the Russell D. Davies verse, right? That was the Doctor Who cinematic universe, which Russell D. Davies created before there was a cinematic universe, right? With this new announcement, viewers are excited to see the Whoniverse and its characters fleshed out and even further on Disney Plus. possibly through more spin-offs. Well, again, we all know that's where we're going. Fans are curious to see what happened to Jenny. No, we're not. What happened to Jenny? How many years? 15, 20 years went by and she had a bunch of kids. Okay, that's what happened. The hot Jenny is now gone, let me tell you, okay? Georgia Moffat, don't get me wrong, lovely woman. But, there she was like in her early 20s. Now she's like heading towards her 50s. It's like that's a factor. Do you not remember how crazily hot she was as a doctor's daughter? Let's have a look, see if we can find a picture. Georgia Moffat. Is it? That was it. Doctor's daughter. Like, okay, it wasn't me who dressed her up like this, right? Images. Look, come on. It's like, what, you have her in a tight t-shirt looking hot, with and doing like kind of kick-assy things. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, part of that role was being a young, hot woman. Okay? You're still beautiful, but Georgia Moffat today. Let's have a look. Today. Let's see what happens. Let's see if you can spot the difference. Okay? Again, very, very lovely looking, don't be wrong, but this isn't today. Like, again, this looks like a good 10 years. This looks like a good 10 years. This is a few kids ago. But if you're curious, go and look at Big Finish. They released, I think, 2 box sets of it, and not much more. And because then we're not that interested, right? It's an idea that time kind of flew by, right? It seemed to be they kept Stephen Moffat said, can you keep her alive at the end? But what he was going to do with it ended up being the was it River Song and the little girl who regenerated. I can't remember what they called it, but which was River Song essentially. But okay, she became a fan favorite character as her first appearance, her only appearance, right? Going on further audio ventures with a spin-off company, Big Finish. Calling a spin-off company is a bit of a diss, but okay. She's one of the best characters, and fans are curious to see her make a comeback. Again, as an older, different character, yeah. Same character, but let's see where she is now. It's like you're not going to bring Louise James back to play season 14 Leela again, are you? It's and don't get me wrong. Is Louise Jameson very beautiful? Yes. Is she very young and beautiful? No. Played by Georgia Tennant, Jenny was sweet, tough, and determined. Additionally, there was a lot of possible drama that can come from somebody with the Doctor's DNA clashing with the Time Lord. Okay, let's cut to the chase. It's a female character, and you want a female-led drama, right, or female-led thing, because you think women are obscenely oppressed in the Western world. Yeah, you think that because you're bonkers and you just swallow bullshit, right? No, women are not obscenely oppressed in the Western world. They're just not. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble on this. Probably the most privileged people in reality, right, are blonde, college-educated women, especially attractive blonde, college-educated women. The most privileged people who walk the face of the bloody earth. So yeah, look, I understand you're desperately trying to justify your insane opinions. Your opinions are still insane and haven't been justified. Since so much time has passed since they met, Jenny getting a spin-off of Disney Plus could explore many interesting storylines. And she's a girl! Oh, she's a girl! Oh, I wonder if that's going to be a theme of this list. Oh, yes, it looks like River Song could lead the show. She's a girl too. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be a feature. Yeah, look, again, I want to be really clear with you. Jodie Whittaker failed completely, okay? Jodie Whittaker failed completely. Did she fail because she was a woman? Sort of, right? So, you want to, that's one way of saying it. I think she couldn't visualize the role. I don't think she could make the role real because Doctor Who's not really aimed at women. It was always aimed much more at boys. I understand. Ross Lee Davies made the fan base much more equal. Chris Chibnall made the fan base go away though. So and I think Doctor Who is a show that should have feminine appeal as well. But again, look, this is all about having female-led shows, mate. Okay, because you can't. Your brain can, just like my wife cannot get her head round there being a secular Christmas. She just can't get it. Like, no. And basically everybody we live around is are Americans, so they all just think they're right. They're just colonials. They're like the British in the 19th century. They can't really believe there's any other opinion other than theirs. Same with these people, right? Oh, let's do a female-led show. Female, please. Again. I got most of these box sets from Big Finish, and I just stopped a few box sets ago because I'm bored. Okay? It's boring. This whole let's have a woman lead everything has run its course. It ran its course very, very early. You haven't produced anything watchable. If you try to watch Star Trek Discovery, yeah, you can't, right? You can't. You don't need a Clockwork Orange in it to watch Star Trek Discovery. It's truly awful, and they're making another season. I don't understand either. River Song is a time-traveling, no-nonsense supporting character on Doctor Who. She appeared sporadically from 2008 to 2017, sharing screen with 3 Doctors. In addition to being an interesting character, she was very well played by Alex Kingston, I agreed, and had plenty of future potential. Listen, if you wanted a female-run led female Doctor Who show, you had Stephen Moffat left you with it at the end of Capaldi. You had, what's the name, from Game of Thrones, and Clara, whatever it was, Clara Mark II, or well, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. You could have just done that show. No. Okay. Plenty of future potential. Okay. River Song's Adventures could lean more into action and violence. Oh, yeah, which always struck me as being very violent. The violence than the Doctor's Adventures could. She's not afraid to use weapons or even kill her enemies if necessary. There's another this is another idea that was somewhat explored by audio production company Big Finish. Somewhat, like 9 box sets worth, right? Big Finish, but fans would love to see River Song in a spin-off. No, you would love to see yourself be justified. That is what it's all about. You just want to justify yourself, and you can't, mate. You can't. I'd love to see in a River Song spin-off, but she would have no problem leading a show. I agree with you. Okay, so 2 dud ideas, or 20% bad ideas. Klaus had a lot of untapped potential. No, it didn't. It was garbage, right? Okay, let me point out Klaus to you. The only school kids that looked older was in the movie of Please Sir. This is ridiculous. I don't understand. Why are there these 30-year-olds going to school? I don't understand. And again, it's mainly a female-led show. And it failed. I saw the first episode with Capaldi in it. Could not get through any more than that. I was genuinely bored with it. I don't think it worked at all. Look, this was when we were deep into the beginnings of the BBC management heavily interfering with the output of production for political aim. I mean, how does anybody deny that that happened now? I mean, we just had Elon Musk drop all these Twitter documents, right? So, yeah, essentially proving that this sort of collusion. Weird though it is. Fine. So where are we up to? So Class was a short-lived but beloved spin-off that only lasted 1 season in 2016. Because it wasn't very good, okay? Yeah, and there's a clue in the sentence, it only lasted 1 season. And it's not like it was cancelled, like, you know, genuinely good things were cancelled over at HBO Max. Because they just kept making unwatchable crap, mostly. So we lost things like Raised by Wolves, which was excellent, and Westworld. Class revolved around 6 formers at the Coal Hill School, which is a recurring location of Doctor Who universe. It balanced the drama of the students with sci-fi elements very well. No, it didn't. And even had a cameo from Peter Capaldi in the first episode. That's true. There's no reason that the Adventures of Class couldn't continue, other than nobody wanted to watch it. Oh, okay. We're up to 3 dumb ideas. 3 for 3. There you go. And the fans would enjoy the darker tone. Well, they got a very dark tone in that it was a blank screen because it wasn't on because it was crap and nobody liked it. Right? 7 out of 10. The Paternoster Gang. Oh, a female-led Doctor Who show. That's a great idea. Why is nobody... Oh, wait a minute. That's all you've been thinking. Okay. Why has nobody thought of this? No, that's the only thing they're thinking of, right? Really. Look, Paternoster Gang, I never really got into, right? They always kind of annoyed because they're too silly. Capaldi's first episode, Deep Breath, was an hour long, right? And it was extended, like over an hour long. And it was about 20 minutes too long, right? Mostly because of the Paternoster gang. You know, they had all this stupid stuff with, like, all this, sexual tap dancing with Jenny and Vastra. And no, don't get me wrong, I think Strax is good comedy fodder. But it was for a very specific time in Doctor Who. This is really tied into the Matt Smith era. And I think time has really passed from it, right? They did a few box sets over at Big Finish, and I didn't even buy them, okay? And I used to buy everything, right? That was the time when I used to buy stuff. But no, I just wasn't that interested. The Paternoster gang was very popular and a beloved group of fun supporting characters who appeared alongside the 11th and 12th Doctors. I think is it one story they appeared with the 12th Doctor? I can't remember. The group includes the Silurian detective Madame Vastra, her lover, and fellow crime fighter Jenny, and Sontaran friend Strax. Okay, fine. How about this? Can you suggest anything with a male lead and either no sexual element or a heterosexual element, if there is any? Can you recommend any of that? I don't think you can do that, can you? I don't think you'll be able to pull that together. But let's find out. I am intrigued. Where am I? The ragtag group lived in Victorian era London in a true Sherlock Holmes fashion. Yeah, that was actually the point. They would do everything from tracking down Jack the Ripper to helping the Doctor in their adventures. A serious focus on the Victorian escapades of the Paternoster gang would certainly be a very different spin-off for Doctor Who, but very welcome nonetheless. This would have worked, was it back in 2015? Now, it's missed its time. I kind of feel the same way about Avatar. All right, which is coming out in, what, a week or two? I have no interest in seeing that whatsoever, especially in the cinema. That is going to tank you never believed, right? Weeping Angels could star in a great horror spin-off. How? They're great conversationalists, right? You don't... It's such a dumb idea, right? Oh, wait a minute, they're women. Oh, now I understand. Okay, it's such a dumb idea. Weeping Angels are popular Doctor Who villains who were introduced in the series 3 of the reboot. Not a reboot! A revival! Moron! Who is this moron? This is written by... Do we see it's written by Ollie Harris? Ollie Harris! God. Do you have any, normal relations with women? Because it doesn't seem like you do, mate. It doesn't seem like you do. They are fast, well, in that you can't see them move, and deadly species that only move when they're unseen. They kind of broke that by the time you got into Flesh and Stone. In Series 5, Doctor Who introduced a group of soldiers, the clergy who helped the Doctor up against the Weeping Angels. They were really good. It was played by, what's it called, the main guy? Really good actor, from Game of Thrones, played... from when Game of Thrones was good. What's that guy's name? The one who... Sajora, right? Whoever played Sajora. He was in it, but yeah, he was fantastic. A horror spin-off would very easily work. How? In the Doctor Who universe. And a spin-off based on a group of soldiers picked off by the Weeping Angels could be a very terrifying show. How long is this show going to last for? It sounds more boring than Andor, right? I mean, there is nothing there. A show that leans towards spine-chilling and psychological horror like this could really mix up the Doctor Who universe. Okay, so it's 5 shows about women. Okay, that they want. Okay, dumb ideas. Dumb ideas from the world of Doctor Who. A villain-centric show could reinvent the... Why do we want to reinvent them? And this is the one we have a rumour that's actually happening. Again, why do we want to reinvent the Daleks and the Cybermen? One of the great things that Russell T Davies did when he revived the show, not even rebooted it, you moron, revived it in 2005, was really understanding what the Daleks and Cybermen were. Like, he got into, the ultimate of the Daleks and the Cybermen. Still, I have to say, my favourite Cyber costumes remains the Chibnall ones. Amazingly, but yeah, I thought they were really good. It's been rumoured both the Daleks and Cybermen, and Weeping Angels for that matter, are set for their own spin-offs, considering the huge... Well, it's huge! Huge popularity of these villains. And the endless possibility of antagonist focused stories. This could be a welcome Doctor Who spin-off. This is the one they're reporting on, okay? But the Dalek Cybermen have their own system, ranks, motivations, and goals. Seeing a show purely focused on the inner workings of either the Cyber or the Dalek army and how they conquer their enemies could really revitalize these villains. They're doing fine! They're doing fine. You'll find it's like it's Doctor Who that's not, right? What? Why? Again, why is this remaking everything? Why not just work with what you got? Like, I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy, but why not? Torchwood and Martha Jones set for a return. So obviously Torchwood wouldn't have John Barrowman in it, right? Because he's already cancelled the BBC. Although, I saw he's dyed his hair black again, right? I saw an ad he put out for this this party he's doing, I think, on December 23rd, a viewing of Elf with a Q&A with John Barrowman beforehand, and then a party afterwards, and drinks and snacks. Sounds like it's going to be really fun. In Palm Beach, I would so go to that. Like, I would so go to... I can't. It's on Friday night. 23rd Sabbath for me, mate. But I would have gone for that had it not been on Friday night. It sounds a lot of fun. So, let me guess. You want to do a female-led spin-off. Is that it? I don't know. My spidey senses are tingling that you might want to do a female-led spin-off, okay? The Torchwood Institute is a secret organisation in the world of Doctor Who, which is essentially what they're doing now in Big Finish. Because they can't do Torchwood stuff with John Barrowman because he's cancelled by the BBC, right? I believe, anyway. So now they've got an Eve Miles-led Season 7. I'm sorry, mate. No. Although Torchwood 70s actually sounds very good. The Torchwood Institute is a secret organisation in the world of Doctor Who. Really? Well, we only have a few series of it. I mean, like, are you sure? Oh, are you sure? That's good. Established in Series 2, they went on to be a very successful but largely forgotten spin-off that focuses on mature adventures. I haven't forgotten it. Have you forgotten it? Who's forgotten it? We haven't forgotten it. Moreover, ex-companion Martha Jones has since joined Torchwood and the paramilitary organisation unit. So the new Torchwood spin-off could be a big Martha. It could also bring Martha into the mix. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm getting an idea of what they're suggesting here. They want to do a female-led Doctor Who show. Okay, well done. Considering that Torchwood creator Russell Davies is returning to head Doctor Who, the spin-off is very likely. Really? I don't know. But again, John Barrowman has dyed his hair black again, so one can only hope, right? Hope and dream. Oh, look at this! Oh my God! This is such an incredible idea! They have an idea for doing a female-led show. Oh my gosh! Who saw that coming? Oh, other than people have said every other show was a female-led show, right? Man, media's dumbest ideas. It's really, okay. You know, those media people say the dumbest things. Rose Tyler could continue to grow into her own show. Okay, we old news, mate. And I literally just read an article from her this morning. She says that acting fame is poison, and she's acting less now. Right? Okay. No, Doctor Who's about moving forward. Right? Okay, this is the thing they all forget. Doctor Who is always about moving forward. Right? And I think whatever they're going to set up with the Shooty Gatwa Doctor Who, that's where the spin-offs are going to come from, right? It's same with the 2005. The spin-offs came from what came organically from that. Sarah Jane from School Reunion. What a great episode that was. Yeah, that was a fantastic episode. Torchwood also from the second season when they realised what an insane hit they had on their hands. And Rusty Davis, well, you know, he's a bit of a hard worker. God bless him. So Rose Tyler was a hugely popular companion. Yes, they brought her back for the 50th. Who appeared alongside the 9th and 10th Doctors after being trapped in a parallel world. Help! My daughter cried. Oh, my little daughter cried at that. Rose took to defending her world. Well, that was the plan. Rosalie David did turn down a spin-off in the original run from doing this Rose show. Right? They offered it to her and budgeted. They would have done it. They're like, nah, it's a bit too much. She came a long way during a stint on Doctor Who. Rose has not appeared since season 4. That's not true. And there's no reason What are you talking about? She appeared in the 50th anniversary. What? What? That was, what, season 7? Yeah, season 7, I think. Yeah, she did appear then. Adventures in a parallel world could open up a range of alternate possibilities, and the fans would love to see fully evolved Rose-Tyler take on new enemies. So essentially, this guy's looked through the Big Finish catalogue and said, "What's female-led? I want to see that." Right? Let me guess. Now I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, I'm predicting the future, but I think the next one might be a female-led Doctor Who spin-off. Let's have a look. Holy crap! Who could have thought such a thing? Right? Wow. A unit show could boast an amazing ensemble cast led by stunning and brave women. Unit is a paramilitary organisation. Are you paid by the syllable? You just said that in the last one. Was it the last one? I don't know. They're all merging into one for me. That helped the Doctor defend Earth since Patrick Troughton was playing the Doctor way back in the 60s when we were all racist and hated women. As well as being a long-running staple of Doctor Who, they're an interesting secretive organisation, but they're not actually. I have to tell you, they were doing these unit spin-offs. They're still doing unit spin-offs on Big Finish. And they're not interesting, okay? They're not interesting. They're what I would like to call dull, right? Dull and boring. As well as being a long-running stable of Doctor Who, they're also an interesting one that has been the centre of several audio spin-off and extended media. Yes, I understand. The series based on the internal working of the unit is a great idea, especially headed by Kate Stewart, as they could be face larger scale threats than Doctor Who. This could be an incredible spin-off. The spin-off could bring the cast of characters led by unit head Kate Stewart, and Disney Plus would be the perfect place to make it happen. Why? Because they have lots of female-led adventures that nobody wants to watch. So it would fit right on in, right? That's basically what they're saying. So we got 9 of them, I think, for number 10. They may just have to admit reality, right? And not have a female-led one. Let's have a look. Number 1, yes. Something that people actually want, right? Paul McGann is a 8th Doctor deserves a TV show. I agree with you there. I do agree with you. Paul McGann is a terrific actor. Has become a fan favourite Doctor over the years. Unfortunately, he only had one full-length outing, the divisive 1996 Doctor Who movie. Why do you think it was divisive? No. The Timeless Child was divisive, right? We all quite liked it. Yeah. You're a weirdo and you don't know anything about Doctor Who, but we all quite liked it. However, he has proved that he has what it takes to play the role. McGann's short anniversary prequel, The Night of the Doctor, showed how much the 8th Doctor has suffered at the dawn of time war. Fans would love to see a series that details his war struggles. No, we're fine. I would like to say Paul McGann Doctor Who series, yes. But just the prospect of seeing more McGann in his own spin-off is incredibly exciting. Many hardcore Doctor Who fans know full well that McGann was one of the best Doctors and deserves another regeneration. No, he doesn't have another regeneration. Idiot. Oh, life is so hard when you have to deal with morons, right? Life is so hard when you have to deal with morons. So I'm talking about old Doctors coming back. Let's see what Bleeding Cool say about bringing back old Doctors. Who needs to come back, right? According to Bleeding Cool. So this is actually from over a month ago. I've been meaning to get to this. We're in transition. Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker has officially left the show. Yes! David Tennant, regenerating David Tennant, is supposedly lead into the introduction of Shooting Gatwa next year. The 15th canonical Doctors now, not including John Hurt as the War Doctor and Joe Martin as the Lost Incarnation. Let's just lose her forever, right? Of the Doctor in a hidden part of the Doctor's history. It's just bollocks, mate. The thing about Doctor Who and the actors who play them is they never really leave. I think Jodie Whittaker's really left. Okay, she's really, truly left. I think she might have really, truly left the profession of acting. Right? She is really, truly left. There's always an option to come back. The question is, should they? 12 Doctors run on Doctor Who is complete. Fuck off! It's not. It absolutely isn't. Okay, I would love a Capaldi-led season. It's so not complete. It's so missing a good 20 episodes, minimally, right? It's about half done. Peter Capaldi asked recently if he would like to come back for the occasional special story or team up. He said no. He said no because he was fired to make way for the turgid and failed Jodie Bloody Whittaker. That's why he said no. He seems to be warming up to it a bit now with Shooty coming into the fray. He felt that he's done his time. Best not repeat things that have already been done on the show, and he is not a fan of team-up stories. Yeah, give him a season. Give him like a 4-part season, a 6-part season. Yeah, give him a season. That would just be a distraction from each Doctor. He has a point. Okay. The 12th Doctor Missing Space has 3 seasons under showrunner Stephen Moffat. Ran his full gamut. No, he didn't. Again, this is such bullshit. Such intense bullshit, the bleeding cool. Oh, what a Doctor could go through. Each season, no, we just got to him beginning and then he ended, right? I don't think I think at the end of season, 9, right? The end of season 9 when Clara left, I think we were on the precipice of having 2 insanely good years before he had his final year with Bill Potts, which I think was always the plan, show the life cycle of a Time Lord, of a Doctor. But I think we missed a lot of stuff, right? I really do. But they want to get rid of him because they wanted a female Doctor because, women are just an oppressed underclass, aren't they? Yeah, especially at the BBC. Each season is different. He was uncertain, unsocialized, prickly in his first season, playing out a kind of midlife crisis in a codependent, increasingly dysfunctional and dangerous relationship with his companion. His third and final season saw him more of a classic Doctor. No, that's more of his second one. Facing his final battle of life. Yes, you missed out the middle of his life, right? Of the modern era Doctors. The 12th Doctor has the most complete arc with a beginning, middle, and end. Not really a middle, a beginning and an end. If he came back for a side story, it would feel redundant. Such an ignorant cunt, this guy is. Maybe Capaldi would agree to some Big Finish audios in a few years, but that's currently not in the cards. Yes, because he is reasonably wounded that he was fired from the bloody job, right? He is not a happy camper about this stuff, right? He's not happy. But again, this is bleeding cool. Who was writing this? Adi Tantamant. Okay, Adi Tantamant. Yeah, no, here's the thing. Capaldi was much better than Jodie Whittaker. We would have been much better with Capaldi instead of Jodie Whittaker. His era was never completed. It was truncated. We all know it, including Peter Capaldi. Everybody knows it. Apart from me. I have to tell you, it's incredible. With all these revelations coming out about everything that we've known for a couple of years, like, Twitter did indeed probably illegally bury the Hunter Biden laptop story during the 2020 election, which would have absolutely swung the election. Well, probably not. They have still the ballot halving going. Twitter didn't do that. Russian collusion, Trump colluding Russia was a hoax created by the FBI. So it's incredible. The only people who didn't know that it was a hoax and it didn't know any of the lies were the lies were the people who were who hated Trump the most, right, or most supportive of Biden. However you want to look at it. Like the FBI. The FBI, they all knew it wasn't true. The media all knew it wasn't true. People like us all knew it wasn't true. The only people who didn't know it true are the people who are screaming that, oh no, we got to listen to CNN. They're right, and you're silly. You're a silly yokel who's been duped, right? They're the only people who didn't know it's not true. The only people who didn't know that Jodie Whittaker was an absolutely, completely failed run at Doctor Who is this idiot over here, right? The only people who don't know, right? It's like people who are, Holocaust deniers. This Nick Fuentes guy. The only people who deny the Holocaust are people who would really like it to happen, right? So, there is that. So who should have more stories than Doctor Who? David Tennant and Matt Smith have both said they'd like to return for special stories rather than whole seasons. Tennant, of course, is getting another chance in 3 specials in the 6th anniversary next year because he had unfinished business with former companion Donna. No, it's because Jodie Whittaker destroyed Doctor Who, right? Jodie Whittaker destroyed Doctor Who with propagandists like you, this idiot, saying it wasn't happening, telling you that black is white and up is down. No, Jodie Whittaker destroyed Doctor Who. That's why Russell T Davies and David Tennant is back. Smith's 11th Doctor had a fun run, but there's still a sense there's more stories to tell. But not with Capaldi! Oh no! Not with Capaldi! That would be crazy talk. Chris Eccleston had adventures before he met Rose, Billy Piper, in his first season. I'm not sure that's the case, actually. I think he just regenerated when he first met Rose. He sort of looked at his ears for the first time, right? But I think he then went off and had a bunch of adventures and came back in the middle of Rose. I think that's essentially how his timeline went. They are being explored in Big Finish audio dramas. They're not really great, I have to tell you. I think I'm stopping buying them. The Tennant also is happy to star in additional stories with companions Rose and Donna and new Big Finish stories set during the time of the show. Jo Martin deserves an entire season of stories because she is the least known of them all. Because she's not the Doctor. He wasn't, right? Jo Martin. Okay, and I'm telling you, if this Big Finish 6th anniversary extravaganza has Jo Martin in it, I will not be a happy camper, right? I will not be a happy bloody camper. Jodie Whittaker definitely needs more stories. What? She didn't take enough of shit on Doctor Who. It wasn't destroyed enough. She's been front and center. Chris Chibnall constantly sidelined her in her own show to spend time with the companions and other doctors. Because Chris Chibnall can't write, and but the one thing he could work out is Jodie Whittaker can't act, right? Jodie Whittaker can't act like Doctor Who, at least. So he will do whatever he can to put the focus on anything other than Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, because she is genuinely awful. She was the most neglected and shortchanged. She was also the shittest, right? But no, Capaldi's all done. Oh yeah, no more room for Capaldi. Oh, more Jodie. Oh, we should have more Jodie. Okay, what does insanity look like? It looks like this. Oh my god, she never got a full run of stories that explored her character. She had no fucking character. That's why she never had a full run of stories that explored her character. Because she had no fucking character. You guys are just in this intense, insane delusion. She failed. It's over. Go away. Finish, okay? If we're going to get any doctors back, please be Capaldi. I mean, honestly, he's the one who deserves it most. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more Matt Smith. But quite frankly, Capaldi's the only one I would really go, oh, now that's something I should pay attention to. But, maybe he is softening to the idea. I really hope he is, because, oh man, I've been watching some old Capaldi of late. I've been trying to watch what I think are like the weakest of the Christmas specials, like The Return of Dr. Mysterio. And the thing I keep seeing, going all the way through it, is Capaldi is so good, right? He was so good as Doctor Who, and it's just, I don't know, one of the greatest tragedies that we didn't get another few years with him. I would like to go to that weird, mysterious universe where Toby Whithouse ran a couple of seasons with Capaldi. Wouldn't that have been marvellous? I think that would have been fantastic. Are any of these ideas for spin-offs been fantastic? You let me know in the comments. I think they all sound like what we call in Jewish legal terms, complete and total bollocks, all right? Complete and total bollocks, written by people with brains in their shorts, because they are all morons. Please may the morons just move on and go somewhere else. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Just off you go. Go off on the Golga Frinchen Arc B. That'll be great. I think we need to develop that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.